Italy leading them out. Cease. Disley Hill and Claudia Reese. One lap completed, they come round. It's still Pelia from Italy. They come in, they get the bell, one to go. Luana Pelia from Italy leading them right start to finish. That is Pelia. Still Pelia, Battle Royal. And it looks like Luana Pelia take the gold medal.
The Italian women continued their world dominance in speed roller skating, with the 500 metres final gold medal going to Luana Pelia, who had a narrow win over Argentina's Silviana Pesco.
Now waiting, and Dante Muse gets away from Pascal Graval, Stephen White, and then Dino Grotti bringing up the rear. And it's the American leading out the French one, the Australian. Stephen White makes his break, down the back straight he goes, on goes the pace. There's Stephen White from Australia, leading Dante Muse. But it's White, they got the bell, there's one lap to go, and it's Stephen White from Australia, leading out Dante Muse, Pascal Gravard, and Dino Grotti. But it's Stephen White, the Australian, coming in. It's a good race. It's Stephen White narrowly from the American, Dante Muse and Pascal Gravard. And that's Bill Begg streaking up the centre. Very excited, Bill Begg.
Australia's Stephen White was the upset winner of the men's 500 metre final when he beat the highly rated Europeans.
Win there by the Australian, the ex-Patrick Kiwi coach. Bill Begg looks like he'll be shouting tonight.
Chuck, you've got two women in the semi-finals of the women's 1500 metres. Which are the countries you're really concerned about keeping your girls out of the final?
Well, I think the Italians are going to be a threat, and I think the Australian girls are sprinting well on the track because of the wider corners. So those two teams are going to be the ones to watch, I think.
So what tactics are you going to adopt to keep those girls out of the final?
Well, the tactics would be if you have a really fast sprinter in your heat, in your semifinal, that you have to go for time. So the girls will be running hard each lap after lap trying to get a fast time. But if they feel they have an advantage in the sprint, they'll wait and let the other teams lead and try to get them in the last two laps.
So it really does depend on the pacemaker at the start, does it?
Yeah, and depending on what girls are out there, some that don't feel confident that they have a faster sprint, they're going to be going for time.
Does it help having a teammate in the race with you?
Certainly, because that way one of them can go and use most of the energy during the race, and one can stay behind and save it for the last sprint.
Who chooses who's going to be the one to...
Well, you have to play it by ear when you get in the race to see who's doing better. And when it comes down to the final, then you pick one for the winner.
Do you change instructions mid-race? Can you bellow out something and change the way the race is being run?
You can give out a little instruction, but it's kind of hard when they're going around at 20 miles an hour. You can't really instruct them because they're only going to hear you for a second. You tell them to go or speed it up, or that's about it.
Do they pay any attention?
Certainly. If they want to race the next race.
Who are you picking to win the women's 1500 metre final?
Well, we're hoping Deanna looks good. Deanna Parker looks real good. She won her heat, and I think she's going to be, if she can get to the final, be a good threat.
Italy, number 33. Australia, number 5. Italy, number 36. USA, 59.
Right, you want to see a good race? It's your final. Make the most of it. You're in the starter's hand.
No,
Una buona carrera.
Attention! And the two Italian girls go out to the front. They don't really want want it. Deanna Parker goes around the outside. So it's United States of America. Deanna Parker leading them through. We've got number 36, Luana Pelia, second. Number 33, Patricia Biagini's in third place with Cheryl Begg bringing up the rear. Slow pace. There's a title at stake here. Still being led round by Deanna Parker from the United States. Luana Pelia from Italy. Patricia Biagini in third, Cheryl Begg in fourth. Any one of these can take the gold medal. The order hasn't changed. They'll come round. There'll be 5 laps to go. But it's still Parker of the United States, Pelia from Italy, Biagini from Italy, Begg Australia. Pace picks up slightly, 4 laps to go. Everybody's watching everybody else. Parker tries to move aside. Biagini takes over the lead. Luana Pelia in second place, Parker third, Begg fourth. Come around, they've got 3 laps to go, 3 to go. Still Patricia Biagini leading them through from Luana Pelia. Deanna Parker in the United States third, then Begg from Australia. Pace slowly moves up. And off they go. Biagini leading them out. 2 to go. The 2 Italian girls really putting on the pace. Begg looking for a way through. That's Patricia Biagini from Luana Pelia. Deanna Parker comes into third place in front of Begg. Begg comes down the inside. 1 to go. They got the bell. It looks like Biagini from Deanna Parker. Luana Pelia coming into third. There's a battle royal going on. It looks like Biagini from Parker and then Pelia.
And the results of the women's 1500 metre final, Italian Luana Pelia picked up her second gold medal of the Games, American Deanna Parker got the silver, and the other Italian in the race, Patrizia Biagini, got the bronze. The men's 1500 metre final is pretty much an all-American affair, with Australian 500 metre champ Stephen White making up the numbers. The man to watch here is Dante Muse, the 5,000 metre world record holder, thought to be the fastest man on the track at these champs.
Righto. And you get it.
And they're racing, and Dante Muse leads them out from Doug Glass. Then we have Tony Muse with the Australian, Stephen White bringing up the rear. But it's Tony Muse leading them out from Doug Glass, Dante Muse, and then Stephen White. Three Americans, 1 Australian. Dante Muse leading the field at the moment. From brother Tony and then Doug Glass. come round. They'll have 5 laps to go. Stephen White, winner of the 500-metre sprint last night. The Americans will be watching him very carefully. But it's still the 3 Americans leading the Australian out. Pace starting to quicken, they got 4 laps to go. But it's still Dante Muse leading Brother Tony and Doug Glass with Stephen White from Australia at the rear. They come round, they got 3 to go. The pace is starting to pick up now. It's really on now. Can they hold out the 500-metre sprint champion? They're really flying. They got 2 laps to go. And it's still the Muse brothers from Doug Glass. They come round this time, they'll get the bell. There'll be 1 to go. And there's a break up in the field. White's picked up 1 place, but there's still Tony Muse in front. But it's Tony Muse, Doug Glass and then Stephen White. They come round the bottom corner. There's not much to go now. Can the Australian get through? That's a close finish for second.
In the men's 1500-metre final, 5,000-metre world record holder Dante Muse was disqualified after the race, which meant little brother Tony got the gold, fellow American Douglas Glass the silver, and Australian sprint ace Stephen White the bronze. Winning at the World Champs is important, but it seems how you look while you race is almost as important. Most countries incorporated their flags into their uniforms, the stars and stripes of the USA, the red and blue of France, the multicoloured Colombians. Others went for high-tech fluoros. It all made for a colourful spectacle.
Argentina, Italy, Australia. The Italians take over the lead again. It's Francesca Monteverde from Italy leading them through. Luana Piglia's there, the whole 3 of them together again. Patrizia Berghini. Sylvania Pesch from Argentina. Liz Mary Tristan from Colombia is there, right behind the Italians. And Francois Lefebvre comes up to the front from France. But it's France, Italy, Colombia, Argentina, Australia. They come round, they have 5 laps to go. It's still and Francois Lefebvre from France. Tamara Martin takes over the lead. Taken away from again by the Italians. They're not giving anything away, these girls. The Italians are covering everything in their path. The Argentinian girls got past. Rosanna Sastre leads the Argentinian charge. They got 3 laps to go. There's 2 Argentinians, Francesca Monteverde from Italy. But it's Argentina and 2 from Italy. The Argentinians have got together again. The 3 of them have got to the front. Sylvania Pesch from Argentina leading out from Francesca Monteverde from Italy. That's Argentina, 2 Italians. Deanna Parker's there. They come round, they got one to go, they get the bell this time. Francesca Monteverde goes down the bottom. She takes over the lead. Strong, powerful girl. Francesca Monteverde. Rosanna Sastra. Liz Marie Tristan from Colombia. They're the first three. It's going to be close. Woohoo! The Argentinian thinks she's got it. That's pretty close.
Subject to protest, the winner of the women's 3,000-metre final was Francesca Monteverde of Italy. The silver went to Colombia's Luz Marie Tristan and the bronze to an Aussie who's actually a New Zealander, Cheryl Begg. Argentina's Claudia Rodriguez, who dead heated for first, was relegated to fourth for her team's alleged foul skating.
And it's still the Americans. From Oscar Galeazzo, the multi-coloured hat, the Australians, the Italians have all grouped together. Now we've got the teams together. We've got USA, Italy, the Colombian by himself, the two New Zealanders and the Australians. Come round, they'll have 6 laps to go. There's 6 laps to go. It's the United States, Italians, the Colombian getting knocked around a wee bit. But it's the United States with the Australians there. And it's the United States. Tony Hanley's trying to get in there. The other two Australians just hanging back. They take off now. The New Zealanders are keeping in touch, but it's the Americans from Australia, Italy and New Zealand. They come round, they'll have 4 to go. The Australians go for the front. America's all over the place. But it's United States, New Zealand, Australia. It's United States, Australia, New Zealand. It's the Muse brothers in front. Then the Australians, Stephen White and Neil Spooner and Tony Hanley. Dina Grotti's there. Doug Glass. Johnny Diet Carthew's in the middle of them. They got 2 to go. Carthew goes round the inside, he gets to the front, and it's New Zealand in front from Australia. That's New Zealand, Australia, United States, Italy. But it's Johnny Diet Carthew from New Zealand. He'll come round to get the ball. The Australian, Stephen White. Hughes. Dina Grotti. Well, it looks like Stephen White. He's after that second goal. The American comes through on the inside. He's all over. And the Italian comes through to take it. Marco Giannini took his opportunity.
Spettacolare è stata.
Quando ho visto che sono prese, non ci ho visto più.
The provisional results of the men's 5,000-metre event. A gold medal to Italy's Marco Giannini, Australian Neil Spooner picked up the silver, and the bronze went to another Aussie, Tony Hanley. New Zealand's very own John Diet Carthew and Donald McVeigh filled the 4th and 5th places. Day 2 of the World Speed Roller Skating Champs in Hastings ended in controversy, with the results of the men's and women's middle distance finals under protest. Disqualifications and relegations ruled, and results had very little to do with who actually crossed the line first. The long distance races and the team relays are yet to come.
Kerry Woodham, the men's 5,000 metre result was changed when 2 of the first 3 across the line were disqualified, but Marco Giannini was still the winner, the Italian that we saw just win that race. Coming up next, results and then a preview of a very busy week for One World of Sport, a 7-day week for sporting action. Details.
It's hard trying to adjust your moving the camera because the skater's moving, you tend to want to move the camera the same. Right. about when it's been with boys.
What?
When you were saying about him going forward. That's a huge extension.
Just like a sprinter. The way he uses his skates.
It's such a hard thing to do, to balance on two wheels way out the front of your body. It's such a difficult thing to do. Take it up right now.
Theoretically, we should see that fight those. Just can't tell when their skates are down exactly coming. See, he's well on his way. When the front wheels come down, he's already starting to come through. He's starting to, that leg's starting to recover. And that's the amazing thing. See? Weight's coming. See? Front wheels are still not down. He's
I reckon he's getting a full metre on his back wheels. They're 3 metres apart, those white lines.
Yeah.
And I reckon he's getting about a third of that on his back wheels.
balance, isn't it?
interested in the end. We're putting in slow-mo on the other one to see what we can see.
How do you mean, sorry?
Well, we can put it now in slow motion on the video.
Yes.
It's going to be much slower again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely, he's got some fight faces on here too. His outside two wheels might be down actually as he starts that corkscrew.
He always lands on the outside back wheel
Well, we might just pick that up on the front view so we look at it in slow motion.
That's his last step.